Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we are discussing the Beterbiev Bivol postponement. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So, yeah, we're going to discuss the postponement of the Beterbiev and Bivol Undisputed Light-Heavyweight Title fight that was supposed to take place on June 1st. Very disappointed by this because it's not a minor injury. This is a meniscus tear. So for Beterbiev. So this fight, I mean, I'm assuming is not going to take place till the end of the year, maybe early 2025 even. And it kind of makes you wonder which direction these fighters are going to go in for the moment, you know, because you have, Bivol, who's sitting there. Joshua Buatsi is the #1 ranked contender right now. Will Bivol, attempt to face Buatsi in a mandatory fight? And then there's also the prospect of a rematch between Canelo and Bivol. You got to mention that because Canelo has mentioned it, and especially with Saudi Arabia coming up with the money, most likely, would Canelo go for that fight, that rematch next? So there's a lot of moving pieces to this. I think for Bivol to stay busy, there could possibly be the prospect of maybe him fighting Anthony Yarde, or as I said, Buatsi would make a ton of sense in my book for those two guys to get together. But it's just interesting to see because, a lot can go on in 6 months. And I'd really hate to see Bivol, especially since he hasn't fought this year. Yes, he fought at the very end of the year on the Day of Reckoning card, but he fought, not a nobody. God, what was his name? Jesus, the guy that had upset Anthony Yarde originally. But he dominated that fight, and and after being the fighter of the year in 2022, you kind of just want to see him stay busy and fight somebody really legit. And I know David Morrell is making his move to 175. You got David Benavidez making his move. And you also have what's his name fighting as well. You have like I said, David Morrell, David Benavidez, and there's Joshua Buatsi, the #1 ranked contender, and then also as I said, Anthony Yarde. So very interesting to see how this plays out. I'm really looking forward to seeing the timetable on the return for Beterbiev, who really has been plagued by injuries over the years. He really has. And the older he gets, you have to believe that once a year might be the best you're going to get. It might be a big fight once a year, but, he has been plagued by injuries over the years. He really has. I mean, I remember when he was fighting pretty much once a year, and he hasn't really, outside of a couple calendar years, went off of that path of once a year. So it's going to be interesting to see when this fight can happen again. If Turki Al-Sheikh is going to, just say the fight's postponed and either guy's going to fight until then, or if Bivol's going to stay busy and fight somebody. I wouldn't be surprised if Bivol signed on to fight Anthony Yarde or what's his name, Joshua Buatsi on the same card if they can pull it together in time, because Buatsi was already getting ready for a fight, and so has Anthony Yarde. They've been contemplating fighting themselves actually in June. So again, a lot of moving pieces here. Really looking forward to seeing the announcement on the Bivol team on what he's going to do. And if Turki Al-Sheikh is going to allow something to happen, in between, or if the two sides are just going to agree to wait until Beterbiev can fight again, so Bivol doesn't have to risk it. So really looking forward to it. Disappointing news, but that card still has the 5 versus 5 Queensberry versus Matchroom, and now it's going to be headlined by the two heavyweight fights between Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang. and then Filip Hrgović against Daniel Dubois, and that second one, as the co-feature, will likely be for the vacant heavyweight title. So that's it. That's what I got. That's my Beterbiev versus Bivol postponement video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.